really attracted to that. A lot of your
So
patients.
cool.
I was just blown away by that. And I think, are you still working on your certification for that right now? What's going on with that?
Yeah, I am working on my certification. Several actually. I did complete one, but it's something that is I'm still in the early stages as far as exploring how to incorporate equine therapy in my practice. But how I got into that was through my volunteer work at First Nature Foundation. They have an equine leadership program that helps teens and veterans, and it became a
Oh,
really big part of my life. It became my happy place, a big part of my self-care, and then I got to witness just how impactful the program was for the participants, and I fell in love. It was my first experience with horses. I didn't grow up with a horse in my life, and I think horses, they just have an incredible ability to help people to be grounded in the present, and they can help people connect with themselves and others on a really deep level. We can learn a lot from about healthy relationships from horses, and the program definitely inspired me to pursue my equine therapy certification. And right now, I am just soaking it all in, meeting amazing people in the field, and my hope is to eventually offer workshops in the community so I can share horses and equine therapy with everyone. But yeah, right now I'm just focused on being really thoughtful about how I'm going to um, develop something really special to serve the community.
That is so cool. I can't believe that you didn't really have a like a like, grow up with horses, or
No,
I assumed
I did
that.
too. I
no,
absolutely
yeah,
did. Yes.
they're amazing.
Yeah,
No.
they have like such a calming, knowing presence, don't they?
They do. And I've had three horses, oddly enough, recently.
Three horses.
Three,
Oh, wow.
three of my, a friend of mine has three horses, and I had not been around horses since I was a child. And I really had forgotten.
They're
They
beautiful.
are beautiful and huge. And you're right. We all just approached each other with
Yeah, like
respect, and we were
I said,
very
hey,
proud
Dawn.
they did, and I
I feel
said,
like I'm the
hey.
third horse you call this
I
week.
It was, I'm not gonna go there. It was a wonderful experience, and really, it was really
Yeah,
awe-inspiring. So there you
very
go.
calming.
Congratulations on that.
That is
Thank
awesome.
you.
You have to keep us posted on your
Please.
I
certification.
will. I will for sure.
Now, I know you're very interested in like the thyroid's connection to mental health as well. Do you see a disproportionate large number of thyroid patients in your practice that you take care of?
I haven't seen like a large number of thyroid patients in my practice specifically, but I absolutely understand, how widespread thyroid issues are and their connection to mental health. And I actually learned a lot about that through my own wellness journey and my thyroid health. And it's one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about integrative health. I encourage all of my clients to get comprehensive thyroid testing,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
at the start. And honestly, your book has been a tremendous resource, Thyroid Talk, and I
Oh,
even
thank
use
you.
the letter that you put together that has all the specific labs, and I give that to all my clients. It's amazing, and I have them take it to their doctor, and that's been really helpful for them to get that testing that they need.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thanks, Jen. Yeah, the brain is rich in thyroid receptors. So that's why we see, it's important for persons who are dealing with any sort of mental health issue to get screened for thyroid. So that you're doing a great service there, Jen, that's for sure.
Thank you.
And Jen, this we may have just covered that, but I'm curious about what types of mental health problems might be more associated with a malfunctioning thyroid.
Well, I definitely know that Dr. Mazza could answer that probably a lot better than I can. But from what I see clinically, some of those symptoms would be brain fog, heart palpitations, difficulty concentrating, mood changes, anxiety, depression. It could be tricky because, these are the same symptoms that look very similar to what we typically see in mental health, making it kind of hard to distinguish. But this is why I do a lot of education and refer my clients at the beginning of treatment to make sure they're getting their wellness checks, to look for any type of underlying medical condition.
Well, I had an epic moment of brain fog earlier today, which I'm still astonished about. It was profound. So yes, anyone with brain fog, I understand completely. And this may be also, Jen, a conversation we can have with Dr. Mazza too, but do we understand the mechanisms by which mental health issues can be connected to thyroid health?
Yeah, I mean, like there's kind of it's a combination, and a lot of it has to do with
And the overlap, like
the
you
overlap.
mentioned. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And you know, believe it or not, the brain actually gets inflamed when we're dealing with brain fog. Because especially with Hashimoto thyroiditis, when antibodies are high, that means inflammation is high, and our brain's inflamed. So
I'm going to be using this as I have Hashi, and I'll be using that as my excuse from now on. That's what happened to me earlier today.
Keeping your brain fog.
Thank goodness I can blame something now.
So Jen, we mentioned in the intro that you're into, and you mentioned yourself, you work with integrative health when it comes
Right.
to your practice. I mean, I always talk about integrative health when it comes to thyroid, but the concepts are the same when it comes to integrative health and holistic health. So how do you kind of introduce that to your patients? You say, or they seek that out. They see, okay, so Jennifer Sierra, she works in a holistic realm. This is where I want to go. Or there's some patients that are just like, what is this?
Yeah, there's definitely more awareness now. So some people do seek me out specifically for that. They want something different. And it really begins right from the beginning as part of my assessment. You know, I don't just look at symptoms. I ask about, you know, sleep patterns, nutrition, movement, spiritual practices, how they're doing in their relationships, and how they're caring for their body, because all of it is interrelated. So yeah, we might, you know, and just to give some examples, you know, we might explore if somebody does have anxiety, how sleep deprivation or, you know, blood sugar fluctuations could be contributing. Or for some people, you know, they're disconnected from their values and purpose, and that could be playing a role. So it starts in the beginning, and every session I look at all of those factors, all of those layers, and talk about it, because sometimes, you know, it can open up additional pathways for healing that people haven't considered before.
Wow. It's like peeling away the layers.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I love that.
And I just think it's so often difficult to see ourselves clearly. Sometimes when we are reflected back by someone like you, Jennifer, I think it does make that self-reflection a little bit easier quite often. So
Absolutely.
I think we kind of sometimes deny a lot, right? So just push it down and don't think about it.
Yeah.
Bring it to the surface.
You know, Jennifer, we talk a lot on this show. See, I knew she was going to start laughing. I had to look away. We talk a lot on this show about the gut microbiome.
The gut is so important.
It is, and I'm going to be teased later. It's really crucial to our immune systems and to our overall health, as you know. What do you think the role is that our gut, our digestive tract, plays in our mental health?
It's often known as the second brain. You know, there's a direct connection, and your mental health can have an impact on your physical health. Sometimes it can worsen it, and your physical health can have an impact on your mental health. So it is very much connected.
They go hand in hand. And I kind of imagine you might see patients who self-medicate, whether it's with food, which can affect our gut, either too much or too little, maybe drugs, alcohol, excess anything. So from your point of view as a therapist, so someone who's dealing with kind of self-medication, whatever it is, I think kind of the root is kind of the all similar. how crucial is it that for them to be working hand in hand with a therapist like yourself to get through that journey and of health and healing?